All right. All right, we ready? All right. It's the That's Just It show. I ain't got the monitor in front of me this week, so I can't see when we come on. It feels all funny and stuff to just be looking at y'all. Damn. Yeah, no, ain't no screen. You know, Miles dude, you know what happened to Miles. So he a little slow today. Oh, God. Yeah. We'll be on the screen in about 30 seconds. All right. There you go. It's too late. My man. Good looking out. It's under the table. All right. We're doing the That's Just It podcast show, and we're going to do our entry like we always do our entry, because last week I felt we took too long. So we going to jump right on into it, right?
Okay.
So this week, we starting with our host. Welcome back, Profile Rucker.
What it is, man?
This week we are doing.
He said it feels good today.
I'm feeling good.
No, that's a record.
Oh, Rucker
yeah,
feeling good
today.
You feeling good?
he didn't do the perplexity.
You feeling good? What you drinking?
This is blueberry lemon tequila.
Oh, check you out.
Blueberry lemon tequila smoothie. Did you make that yourself?
No, somebody made it for me.
Who made it?
About to be smashed. That's what it sound like.
The sexy chef,
Marjorie, the sexy chef.
Yeah, Marjorie the chef.
Are you giving her some promotion?
Actually, sexy?
Huh?
Is she acting sexy?
Oh, ask Miles.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, I need confirmation. Like, yeah, she
Can we
is.
get some information?
I don't say sexy like that. Yeah, she's sexy.
Yeah, Miles probably don't got the same kind of women.
Can we get her name?
Yeah, we can give her
information.
Yeah.
Can you give it out?
Yeah. Marjorie the chef.
Marjorie the chef. And
Sometimes you gotta keep.
Just give her look her up on Instagram, Marjorie the Chef.
Thank you. Instagram, Facebook, Marjorie the Chef.
Marjorie the Chef.
Marjorie the Chef. Good looking out. We do sponsorships and stuff like that. We can keep it going. Speaking of sponsorships, we got Pool Man, Pool Services. Phone number 313-622-5161. Yeah, they keeping us going.
All right.
And
Appreciate
I forgot to give out the numbers, last week, but
okay.
This week I got it in. So this week we're doing our intro. See, that's how it's be taking so long, because I be talking about other stuff. This week we're doing our intro, and we're gonna do toys.
Okay.
Toys.
What kind of toys?
Y'all ready? This nigga freaky. And I don't want to do toys no more. I don't want to do no toys no more. We just gonna keep it easy and do singers.
Singers. Okay.
Singers, all right? Y'all ready?
Oh, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I like toys,
Shine. You ready this week?
1950 singers
try to be.
last time.
Okay.
Just give me something easy.
But I'm saying I'm gonna give you something, right?
Yes.
So it's gonna go boom,
Uh-huh.
boom, 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 boom.
And then this.
Right, because you're gonna be asking me a singer, right?
A singer, right.
Right. So you already got one in your head. Who we gonna do?
I
that?
hope so.
All right.
Time to get back around.
Okay. Oh, man. Profile Rucker.
Playing with y'all today.
If I was Jermaine Jackson.
Fuck you, dog. Go ahead.
Jermaine Jackson.
Oh, man.
If I was Jermaine Jackson, how would you greet me?
You got any motherfucking shampoo? Get the shit out my head.
All right. You got it.
Whatever that helmet on his head, dog. I can't get past that.
That's where you at with it.
Yeah,
All
I can't get past that right now.
Welcome to Jermaine. All that good music he made, and he went with
heard
the
Jermaine's voice on.
For real?
Like, I really have never even heard
Don't
his voice.
take it personal.
Yeah.
Take the bitter with the sweet. And Dynamite, he did, Stevie Wonder.
Dynamite.
And the
Yeah.
fucked up part was I had it in my head till I thought about his head. It's like all that shit in his head.
All right, so yeah, that's how we go every week with the same shit. All right. This is what we expect. This is why we start with Profile Rucker. See,
Right.
boom, boom.
Okay.
All right, we going to my man. Pastor Sean Allen.
Jesus
Welcome back,
Lord,
brother. We're
what's going
glad.
on?
Wait,
that
talking
you
about y'all
here.
act like this and he a pastor?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
a pastor.
Y'all just have no respect for clergy, huh?
He's a real
No,
pastor.
they have no
When
respect.
he get
No
home,
respect for clergy.
But
You gotta start wearing your collar. That's what it is.
He's
Yeah.
psychiatrist.
That's
Look,
how
look,
we-
she
You gotta wear
put
your
her
collar.
hand- She's like, whoa.
when he get home, he wipe his
Hey.
She's
Pastor wrong. You should have been like,
Girl, look, you just said you still was sitting in front of his church.
So, praise God.
It's probably something worse than that sitting in front of his church. People like, oh God.
that should have been a question. How many time periods you got to put
If I was Al Green, how would you greet me?
Let's see if you was Al Green. Well.
Hey, well, back to you.
All right.
My man, Dance Cortez.
What up, though?
Welcome back,
Thank you, man.
Mr.
You too.
27 movies, always ready.
20-something this year.
27 this year, always ready.
He said it's
I ain't
April. I
one
get
of
20 already.
Yeah.
Get it together.
If I was Jeffrey Osborne,
I love him.
how would you greet me?
I wouldn't. I'd be fucked up.
What? I'm only human.
There you go. You got me, dog. Every woo, woo, woo.
All right.
He
Let's
used to
see.
be
Let's see if
smashed.
I can be stumped. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Let's go, Sean.
All right, Pastor Marvin Winans.
Pastor Marvin Winans. Ain't no need to worry.
No, that ain't what
The night is over.
Pastor Marvin Winans probably would have been asked about your boyfriend.
Be all over in the morning.
That's a bold face
Yeah.
It will not
That's how
be
you
all
do it.
over in the morning.
And right.
more
And where's
than
my
all.
car? Is this Davidson in Linwood? Nigga? Damn,
Whoa,
how did I
hey.
get here?
He was over there seeing his boyfriend for sure.
His boyfriend?
Yeah, he
Oh
definitely-
man, since you said that,
They found my
welcome
man
our
dead.
guest, KC Carson.
What's up?
Winans was seeing his boyfriend.
Hey, listen, everybody know Marvin Winans is bad. There ain't nothing new.
Did we know that? I don't think we knew that.
I
Did
didn't
we
know that.
No.
I didn't know
Did you
that.
know that? You know, it's amazing to me what people don't know. I never knew that. And just like I just found out, a lot of people didn't know that Luther Vandross was gay.
Yeah.
I lied to you not.
No.
It was a whole
How did they
thing
not know Luther was
on-
gay?
On Club. See, you didn't know Luther was gay?
Yeah.
Oh,
What about
okay.
Freddie Jackson?
It was a whole thing on Clubhouse
Freddie, yeah.
that they didn't know that Luther was gay. I was like, what?
Yeah, a lot of people
Freddie
don't know.
Jackson, of course, we knew Freddie
Yeah,
was
you
gay.
know Freddie was
because-
gay.
We talking about Nita Baker.
I don't know.
Tevin
I always
Campbell.
thought, I didn't have a problem with it. I ain't have a problem with it, but I always thought Luther was gay. I mean, it was just
Johnny Gill, all of
Johnny Gill and
Johnny
Luther
Gill.
had-
together.
Yeah, see, you know too. Everybody don't know that Johnny Gill and Luther went together.
Johnny
Yeah.
Gill. Oh yeah,
When
big
Luther
time.
died,
Y'all
I went to
ruined
that
my song.
concert. New Edition, they had a concert at
Oh,
Shane Park.
man.
Was you there at that concert?
Nah.
When Luther died and Johnny got up there and sang Luther's song and couldn't get through it. He cried so hard.
He lost his nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the you saw the pain in his veins. He put it out on the stage and he sung "Long Ago."
I thought he sang that bad
And
boy.
also he sung that and he cried. He was crying on stage, and that's when I was like, yeah, that was his.
Okay.
So Casey Carson.
Yeah.
What's going
Welcome
on?
back to Podcastic. I know you know Miles. You're a veteran here.
king.
You probably been in this building more than we have, and you've done so many episodes. Introduce yourself because you can do it way better than I can. I'm sure you'll make it interesting. Let's go.
I thought you was gonna give me something. You ain't write nothing this
No, I ain't write shit. But I never do. See, you don't watch the show.
I got
You know,
invited.
that's
That's what he wrote.
Yeah,
Freestyle
that's what I wrote.
special.
Did
I'm
you
gonna
say
go ahead
along
and
that
do it
too?
because you can do it better. That's what
Right.
he
That
wrote.
was an intro in that.
Just for me.
And I say that every time. So, that's my intro into welcome. Introduce yourself, brother.
For those who don't know, I'm Casey Carson, owner of Casey Carson Productions.
That's right.
I want to shout out to my team, Martez Brooks, best DP in the state,
Martez.
Cardiac Films,
Yo.
Jen Ross, Dreamcatcher Productions. I'm an independent filmmaker, producer, director.
Shout out to Jen.
Shout out to Jen. You ain't had a Jen, you got to get you one.
Right. It went past. I wanted to say that. It's like, that nigga ain't say, shout out to me when you
Shout
said,
out.
right, I wanted to say it too. Shout out
Yeah,
to
but
Jen.
I'm an independent filmmaker, really trying to make my mark on the business.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah,
But you've been a producer.
yeah, I did a couple things.
Right. You've produced other films. Like what?
Yeah, which films?
I ain't fucking with them. I ain't speaking on that right now.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. But
Gunplay on the way, baby.
Yeah. And I'm
That's what we talking about.
Gunplay on the way.
Gunplay on the way.
And I ain't mad. I'm just saying that you have your foot in the door. You're not a first time. That's all I'm saying. You're not a first time
I've been a part of a few
filmmaker.
projects,
That's
Absence
all
of
I'm saying.
Innocence, Black Lives, Asbury Park.
Right, and now you doing it your way.
Yeah, 100%.
That's it. That's all. I mean, that's,
100%.
yeah. We don't, that's what it is. Now, since you want to bring that up, and before we introduce our second guest, a couple weeks ago, Des, you said, "Oh, you got a part that was supposed to be my part," and I said, "I don't think it worked out like that." And so, like, I went home, and it was like. It was on me.
It was heavy on you.
You was excited.
No. Because I have so much respect for you, I'm the best actor in the world.
Right.
So if I'ma get it, I want it because I beat you out for the role, not because I didn't look right, for the role. Meaning
That's
that
what I said.
No. You said because I think I think you thinking something else. So what I'm saying is, this is how I believe it happened. And KC is here to say if it was right or wrong. So Dan said he got the part in Asbury Park as the father. The role I did. I mean, he got.
Now, honestly, I can't speak on it.
Oh, okay.
So at the time, I don't think I was a part of the project yet.
Okay. Well,
So when I came,
well, let me go ahead. And
no, honestly, when I came a part of that project, the casting had already been done.
Okay, so let me speak on it because let me say how I think it was, and then you can agree with it or not. So you got the role first,
And then you was better than him, so you got it. That's how it worked.
No,
Right, bro. That's how it goes.
No. The dude from The Shy,
Jason Mitchell.
Jason Mitchell, that's the one that got the. If you lost the role to somebody, you lost it to him because. I'm just saying because he had the role,
Yeah.
and
Now,
what
that was-
I was told is they got into it with the production. With
What happened? He got dropped from the shot, and his agency wouldn't allow him to sign on to the project. So where he was at before, he had verbally committed he was going to sign on, and when he got dropped from the shot, he had to go into a new agency because he had gotten in trouble with in Mississippi with the guns and the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They didn't think that it was good for him to be in the forefront at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, it was dead with Jason Mitchell.
And that's what I'm saying. When I came on, it was on that end. Me and him the same. I think that's how I got the role. It wasn't
Why you just didn't take your props, bro?
because I don't want it like that. That's what I'm saying. I don't want it like that. I want it
I
because
got paid, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. You want it anyway. But if I'm gonna get a role that Des Cortez was supposed to get,
Right, and I just said, bro, you got to roll. Like,
I don't want that like that. I didn't want it like that.
Oh, you just want to get it for real?
I'm saying I want it
what I
because
heard
we
out,
went
right?
and we both went for the part.
You just want to just outdo me.
Yeah.
Good luck, my
because
man.
you the best. That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
I tried to give you one.
No, I don't want it like that.
You ain't gonna
I
get
don't
it.
want it like
don't let
that.
him
That's
tell
what
you
I'm
good luck like
saying. Yeah, you don't give it to me
You
like
see,
that.
good
It's
luck,
Rocky
nigga.
and
You ain't-
Apollo, nigga. We up
Don't
in
let
here.
him do that.
Yeah,
Good
that's
luck.
the respect that I have for you. I'm not going to... Somebody else, it'd be like, oh, well, it wouldn't be a big thing, because I felt like,
But
yeah,
that
damn it, I
happens-
deserved it.
But that happens all the time.
I know.
It could be 1,000 reasons.
But I ain't want you thinking one way and it happened another way.
I didn't even care, bro.
I did. That's what I'm saying.
He wanted you to know.
You was the better one.
He wanted you to really know what's going on.
So,
So with that,
Aisha, what's happening?
what's going on?
We welcome our second guest in the house. Our second guest.
Introduce yourself.
Like I told Casey, you can do it way better than I can do it.
Well, hey, I'm Isha.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
Knee alone. You feel me? But
she said to the pastor. Yeah. I'm just playing.
No, you fine. Go
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
it. Go ahead.
We'll explain after you introduce yourself. Sean, he'll explain. Go ahead.
I'm
Exactly.
also in gunplay with this
Yeah.
guy. I'm
Yeah.
his assistant.
Yeah.
So
Dope.
it's a dope project, It's lit. Honestly, I can't wait to see it.
And I'm the mayor in it.
Yes,
Okay.
Mayor Ross.
And like, dude, you did a great job
Definitely,
directing
definitely.
it because I got to be somebody. You know, I got to be in character the whole time this time, and it wasn't the direction that I was going with it. So when I went in there and you gave me a direction, I got to play with that.
You want me to tell you something crazy?
Let me hear it.
I chose you and not Dez.
Don't go look up no reason why.
Yeah. I can
Hey, as soon as we join him, like, hey,
I can live with that.
did you really call Dez? Like, I swear I called and he answered.
Right. That's how I got it. That's all right. But you gave me some direction, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of times, a lot of these films, they allow people to do what the fuck they want to do, and that's why they don't be great films, because people need direction. No matter how good of an actor you are, you always come in there and you going like this because you don't know what somebody wants. And if somebody say, hey, this is where I want, nah, you got it right there, but just go a little bit here and a little bit there. As an actor, you able to do that instead of going in there and, damn, did they like that? So because you don't know if he liked it, you might do it a different way this time. Now you're a different motherfucker. That's how a lot of people's films is, because they do 5 scenes and they scenes be all different.
Directing is coaching. So my background is coaching basketball, and I'm an entrepreneur. I run businesses. So
you ain't
for
saying
me,
your background was, see, that's what I'm saying,
that
the
was
intro.
before. That was pre-movie.
That was the intro that I was talking about.
That shit don't matter no more. But
use basketball, coach.
yeah.
Okay.
So from
Coach Carson.
when you coach if you coach at a high level, like I had a top AAU team in the country, like we was top 5 for like 4 or 5 years in a row.
Damn, Miles didn't even know that.
So
look at him.
I coached at Henry Ford Community, Michigan Dearborn. You're supposed to bring the best out of people, but it's supposed to be based on what my philosophy is. So I wanted to play fast basketball. I want to press. I want to play man to man. I want to get up and down the floor. If you can't give me that, I don't want you. You're not gonna make this team.
Right.
So when you come to the acting world and it comes to directing, which is another form of coaching, I'm looking for something specific. I got a vision for what this project is. Either you're gonna help bring my vision to life, or I don't want you. So you're gonna stretch my vision or choke my dream.
Hey, I never heard it like that. Stretch my vision or choke my dream.
Well, I'm glad I made it be a part of your vision.
Yeah. I'm glad I made it too, because I actually this year I got to work on some stuff, but last couple years I wasn't doing shit. So I'm glad I was able to do it.
Okay.
So today's show,
Yes.
our title is "That Ain't My Daddy." You ain't my daddy. Why Miles look at me like that? You ain't my daddy. You ain't my daddy.
AKA.
Y'all know the subject, So like we do every week, here's the question. Profile. Why do we think it's called, the subject, and it'll get down, we'll get the subject out as we going. Why do you think we went with "You Ain't My Daddy"?
Because that's the way kids treat you. Like,
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Is your mic
right
on?
into it.
Damn.
Either one of your
Listen, nigga, don't grab my mic. Let me move
Can you
on.
hear me?
Your mic too far away.
Let me pull it close. No,
But he turned it back the other way.
Yeah,
He turned it right
want
back
you
the other
touching
way.
his mic.
'Cause I don't want it pointed at any motherfucking way. Look,
It's supposed to be pointed
Kids are.
It's supposed to be pointing at you, though.
Yeah. I tried to do. You always be able to tell me
It's just
something
how the
I need to know
microphone
about
work,
podcasts, nigga. We telling
Yeah.
you, but you doing it squeezing the table. Stop
Any
leaning
other
on the
day.
table.
Any motherfucking the other day, I
Come
gotta
on.
turn that way.
All right, come on. So,
Am I ready to go?
This is a podcast. Let's talk.
All right, kids, they disrespectful, so they tell you whatever's on their mind. Like, you ain't my daddy. Don't tell me what the fuck to do. All that type of shit.
You can't blame the kids.
Fuck the. Oh,
You can't.
I caught myself.
Because honestly, that comes from 9 times out of 10. That's coming from one of the two parents. So either the mom is not letting it be known that, hey, such and such is now involved in our situation. They're going to be able to bring some structure and discipline and let you know how this is. Or the biological dad is in here like, hey, don't nobody say shit to you but me.
And I think
So it's
I
one of
think
those
we
two
went-
situations.
I think we went too deep. We jumped in the deep already. Right. We
Feet
got
first.
to stay in the shallow. We got to stay in the shallow because it's kind of that's almost like the resolve. You giving the antidote.
My bad.
That's all right. We still getting the scars out. Pastor, we go with Dez.
No.
Why do we think the title goes with "You Ain't My Daddy"? I mean, the subject of what we're talking about that the audience really doesn't know yet, because we just jumped into it.
The attitudes of kids who have somebody else of some substance in their life. Sometime, you know what I mean. You ain't my daddy. It's a quick out.
And remember, the subject was stepkids.
Right.
So that's basically what, you ain't my daddy, stepkids. How does that go together?
Right. I mean,
It's basically what you,
It's a way out.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. As we go on, I'm trying to get an audience, hey, that's what we're, because I didn't say what the subject was. So the subject is stepkids.
Okay.
Pastor Shine,
Yes,
Mr. Pastor.
Yes, sir.
I know we're going to get the word with this subject, and you've probably been thinking about it. What did you think about when I, came up with the title, You Ain't My Kids?
Well, the first thing I thought of was baby kids.
I mean, you ain't my daddy.
Yeah,
You ain't my daddy.
So that's the first thing I thought about.
It's baby kids.
Yes, the baby kids. But on the serious note, really, if I could be brutally honest, I really didn't have a thought about it, but I'm going to tell you why. Because I think now as we look at relationships in this day and age, because like say, for example, you're looking at a guy that's just been married for 4 years, but I came out of a 20-year marriage. So I have 6 kids. One of them is not mine biologically, okay? But I raised him from 6 months. So that's
Is he the first? He's the first kid?
Yeah, he's the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the oldest. And
So he came into the relationship.
Yeah, he
Okay.
came, he was a package deal, quote unquote. But that wasn't a problem. for
Remember them quote unquote right there
Yeah.
where you said it.
Yeah.
Package deal.
Package
Remember
deal.
that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, keep on.
So it wasn't really. I didn't really have to give too much thought to it because nowadays, the way relationships seem to flow. Maybe I'm just wrong in this generalization, but you should almost expect that now because the way the relationships are now and people are having children now.
We should expect what?
That basically, if
She
you're gonna
coming
be
with a
involved-
baby.
yeah, you should almost be expecting somebody's going to have some kids on. I mean, it's and especially if you. I think the average age of everybody here, let's just say about maybe 35 or 40. Okay, let's give it on average. Okay, anywhere in that age group, and maybe I'm wrong for saying this from a generalization, but it's almost like you should almost expect it. Almost.
Okay, as a man,
we
should almost always expect it.
Yeah, or
Now,
both ways. Both ways.
I'm gonna say this, and then I like for you to respond to this, Aisha. As a man, that's what we should expect. So, why isn't it that women never say, "Hey"? Dating profiles, when they on the dates and all that, I'm looking for a stepdaddy. How come nobody ever asked?
I don't know necessarily if they looking so much for a stepdaddy as
But you are. If it's supposed to be already expected, then that's what comes with. That's the package deal.
You know what I think is crazy? I don't think a lot of women, in my opinion, a lot of women probably don't even come into the situation where it's like, oh, my kid, they worry about them. She need a nigga. She need that.
Right. But and that's my thing.
Man.
She not worried about the kid, but we have to be worried about the kid because when we come into the relationship, we know that's part of the relationship. We almost have to come in with the double knowing that when the mama break my heart, the kid gonna break my heart too.
Oh, big time.
This is how we have to come into the because this is what's expected. Meaning, once we have this relationship, once we get into this relationship, we gonna know this kid. And I'm speaking from experience too.
Okay.
I'm not just speaking from what I think. When my wife left, not left, but when we separated,
She left.
Yo, you took it right out my mouth.
but what I'm saying is, like I told her, you took my family. That's what you took. Everything else really didn't matter. It was the family that I lost. Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's it. That's what broke my heart.
How old were the kids?
Not her leaving. 8 and my daughter.
Did she stop allowing you to have a relationship?
No. No.
So you lost her. You didn't lose
Right,
family.
you
You lost her.
No.
But I
Family
understand.
is waking up to your
Yeah,
kids.
at home.
You talking about?
Yeah. Wake, right.
Yeah.
That's
You're talking about the nuclear
not the
unit.
home, but the family.
The nuclear idea of a family. is what
Right.
you're
When I
speaking
wake
of.
up, I like my
Okay.
daughter. I love. When I wake up, my daughter. I just woke up with my daughter today. When you wake up, she go, "Hey, Daddy, you happy?"
Right.
If I felt that shit every morning, if I got that every morning, Daddy, you happy? Shit, I would probably walk out the door every day happy. That's why I come to the show happy, because I see, I'm with her on Sunday, so I'm straight. Whatever.
So what happens on Monday?
Oh, that'd be different, Yeah,
shit
I'm
show
good
starts.
now, cuz. Yeah. I ain't got nobody to talk to. I ain't got nobody to talk to on Mondays.
Damn.
I'm gonna call you every morning.
We're gonna call that brother.
I need a woman with some more
better call
kids.
that
That's all.
brother.
And you might be right, because I've decided, it's one thing to be, have 2 kids and be fine,
Right.
and then there's one kid thing to be, have 5 kids. You got to be 5 kids fine. You can't just be cute with 5 kids. You got to be 5 kids fine.
5 kids.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm a pass.
I know what you're saying.
You gonna pass? Right.
Kids, young kids. I got it. I'm straight.
But and you probably talking about for marriage, but
I'm talking about for date.
Okay. Well then, yeah.
You got
Then, how you feel? How you feel about that, Dez?
I've never dated a woman who've had kids. Like
Really?
nah.
Wow.
To the point where I had I had to become like a father figure in that.
Hey,
I've
you
never.
are a smart man.
Was that by choice? Was that by choice, or is that just something you looked up on?
Hey, I thought
It just looked-
was just for show.
But no, you actually smart.
So, you saying you just looked up on that on
It
that?
can happen like that, you know what I mean? And then I've coached football, with, kids. So I've been around kids my whole life. People have always said like, "No, if I
Wait. So you
if I-
didn't date them, or you done fucked some chicks with kids?
Oh yeah.
He said, I just like.
Yeah, that's what he said. Right.
I got high standards to date you.
Where I would be considered.
We gonna fuck around, but that's it.
Right.
Yeah. Not where I would be in the house.
Where they would be considered step kids.
Right, where the kids will be around me in that manner. Of that. No, I've never done.
I
it,
can
so
understand
I can't really comment. It's one thing I can't really.
So back to Aisha, that was the question that I had. Why don't women say, "Hey, I'm looking for a stepdaddy"?
Well, honey, I don't have kids.
Okay, keep on.
She is terrible.
I'm step mama.
She didn't know what to do right there.
Okay, so let me speak on not your situation, but girls, because I don't,
Yeah.
you
And
got to
I
understand.
feel
I
the
don't
same
know your
thing, too.
situation,
They're not
right?
looking
Same
for a
thing, too,
stepdaddy.
Because I feel like if you were upfront with it and you know you got 5+ kids, let a nigga know what you looking for. You feel me?
Exactly. I
And don't
agree.
bring every nigga around your kid. That's what irritates me. That's why I stopped hanging with a lot of bitches, because every nigga they meet,
Turn your mic in front.
every nigga they meet, they around their kids, and that's like unattractive to me. Like it's like I can't fuck with you because
Yeah, that is.
because you don't know what's his intentions or none of that shit. Like that shit ain't even safe.
Just take it down.
It ain't even safe.
It's on.
We're
It's
gonna do
live.
a GoFundMe next week for podcast.
Streamcasting. Yeah.
You need to go find me for that shirt. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
You better ask around.
Okay.
Were you finished with your comment?
Yes.
Okay. So, Profile, you got anything to say about the situation, about a woman, about going into a relationship where a woman has, let's say, a 9-year-old? Because Dan said he don't have to worry about it. I mean, he ain't. No, excuse me. I said it wrong.
That don't mean I had no thoughts on it. I'm just
Okay.
saying it just has never happened.
Yeah. But okay, you're right.
I don't think most women go into it like thinking like, oh, I'm about to date this man on the purpose that he gonna be my kid's stepdad. I think they go in the purpose
want a
like,
man.
I want to date him, see what he's like. Then the process of being the kids.
Oh man, he might be cool enough for me to
Yeah.
have my kid around.
But why wouldn't women? Because
Yes, I
women
would.
say they date with purpose. So why wouldn't they be dating a man to be their child's father?
Because I think the
That's not the
purpose
first
for them to have a
Women never
man
date
first.
with the purpose of marriage. They never do. Men date with purpose of marriage before a woman do.
Hell no.
Where you
I
see that
think
at?
if you had women,
I ain't heard that shit before.
right. You did you hear what he said?
No, I said date.
He made this shit up.
Yeah. I don't know where that
took
came
out one
from.
poll and got that information.
Right. These are not the thoughts of That's Just It podcast show.
If a woman
This
has
is my-
kid. 9 times out of 10 they don't have the same father.
She want to be
Whoa.
married. She wants a household. A guy who want to fuck.
Definitely.
wanna have
She
fun.
got 3 kids. She
Okay.
she want
Why
a
would guys
husband.
want to just fuck though?
Because
Men
we
chase sex and
got
beauty and women chase
Most
money.
guys put it on. Most guys put it up front like that. Hey, I'm trying to fuck. That's
I
it.
can agree with
Men
you
chase
saying
sex and
because
beauty,
that's
and women
the
chase money and
situation I'm
security.
in. Like,
On
you know,
average.
I have to with the kids, but
put
like,
your mic. You talking your mic. Yep.
I agree with you
Thank you.
because
Women ain't shit.
Oh, we know that.
Men.
Niggas ain't shit.
No,
All day.
You just said you agree with
We
this
ain't shit
nigga.
all day. We know that.
Never agree with mine.
I was talking about the marriage part.
Never agree with
Listen,
mine.
okay, question. Today, do you think anybody, and this not disrespect you, do you think anybody looked at you and said, I want to marry her?
Damn.
Well, I done been married before.
No,
honey.
no. Hear what I'm saying.
Thank you,
Today,
I done been married before.
you see, you taking
Thank
it,
you,
you taking
boo.
it personal. Looking at you, nobody looks and says, "Man, you see that girl right there? I want to marry her." They look at the
my
physical.
I get married next year, so
Oh, question. When you looked at her today, did you think about marriage?
I'm not going to answer that
Like, let's be
question.
honest.
I'm not going to
Let's
answer. I know she, you know, from
This is not to degrade her, demean her.
and it's not.
When
but
you
what
see
I'm
somebody
saying,
as a
but what
man,
I'm
we see
saying,
the physical
but what I'm
aspect of what
saying,
it is.
But what I'm saying,
I've never
you
met
asked
a
me a
woman
question,
today
right?
and said, "Hey, she looks like I want to marry her."
You asked me a question, right?
Go ahead.
Okay. So before we walked in here and you said that she wasn't married, I always thought she was married. So I wasn't looking at her as.
If she was single, was your mind automatically, I could see myself marrying her? Or did you look at her body? Did you look at the physical aspect? Let's be real.
But it's not.
Don't invite me here if we're not going to be honest with each other. I'm saying,
No.
I'm honest.
But what I'm
Anybody
saying.
here looked at a woman today that they haven't met and said, that's a woman I'm looking at her, I might want to marry her. If you don't know.
I have
The age
looked
I
at
am right now,
women
yeah.
and-
Or did you look at her like, man?
Yeah, I have.
That's
I'll
what
take
I'm
her
saying.
down.
Everybody said, right? Yeah.
Every man look at women in that manner.
That
of
I would marry her?
As in marriage. Not,
Des,
Listen, right
hold
now.
on the football field, all these football mamas, how many are you meeting for the first time saying, I could see myself marrying Miss
You
Lisa?
put them in a situation. A real man think
Answer it,
It's
Des.
women that's still married right now that I look at and say I'd marry. But I'm just saying, I know that they divorced from their
So
husband.
are we gonna be transparent here?
Yeah, I wish I could
So
say her
nobody
name,
said to her today nothing about her marriage. What did you say? The girls are out, the titties, the body. Nobody said shit about marriage. You were talking about her body, which is a physical aspect that's related to sex.
She brought it up first.
It doesn't matter.
So here's the thing. This is kind of true.
Oh, honesty,
Males look at pussy, men look at marriage, and for the fact that women don't look at marriage unless they need. And that's the difference between a man and a woman. A man don't feel like he need to be married until he finds that one. That's why when you look at a woman who you believe you will be married to, you be like, I will marry her.
You see yourself with her.
I can agree with
So
that.
before
part.
you decide to marry her, you're not looking at her whether or not you fucking her.
Most men that are attracted to a woman
bitch.
physically don't look at the marriage. I mean, don't look at marriage.
No,
So the first thing you see when you meet a woman is whether or not you marry her.
It depends on where you met her at.
and to be right. If we wanted to,
So the first thing you see is whether or not she before she talk or anything.
when I
look at the first woman I look at, she looks marriage
Can't
material.
see, I would say this. You are a highly intelligent individual, right? And I'm probably been a bigger hoe than anybody in this room.
Got that shit right.
Right? I swear. As you go, you grow, right? And you know what you need. And you know what you need to go further, right? So when you're young, when you're a male, you think about physical. When you're a man, you look at how your legacy gonna go across. You ain't gonna compete with your legacy with a hoe.
Well.
You never will.
I hope to be as old as you.
Thank you.
So right. So you come into the relationship, right? And we got past the why don't women say stepdaddy, because nobody can figure that out. Because I figure, it should be in your dating profile if you got kids and everything,
I
and
agree.
I agree
that
with
should
that.
be like That should be before you say, "Hey, I'm looking for a family man." You should be saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a stepdaddy."
No, but listen, I want like if a woman
That
did
is
have
the introduction
kids,
to
I
that.
would- Like I wouldn't want her to say, "I'm looking for a stepdaddy."
Right.
I would want her to say, "I'm looking for a man who maybe my kids can look at and say, damn, that's somebody maybe."
Because it should be a role model.
Okay.
Real
That's
quick.
it.
Yeah.
What about I'm looking for a man that my kids be like, I like
but
him.
even that is not said like that because
But-
that would mean the same
So
thing.
that would scare me off rip.
A smart woman would just not say I'm looking for a stepdaddy. She would break it down,
Okay.
but it would mean the same thing.
So what if the dad? what if the biological
That's what
dad?
you just said.
That don't mean the
I'm
same
looking for a
thing.
family
Three people
oriented
saying
man.
things.
The family oriented man is. I'm looking for a stepdad for my kids. I'm looking for a family orientated man.
Yeah, but they'd be the same one to say, "Oh, you got a 3-year-old, so I can't talk to you."
What the fuck you looking at a profile for? He just read half the damn thing. He just read half the profile. So what going on?
I'm
That's
saying
okay.
she'd be the same one to say she's looking for a family-oriented man, but then when she finds somebody and he has a 3-year-old, she would go, "Oh, I don't want to talk to him.
Yes.
He has a minor child, a small child."
The average person
I
don't even get what they want.
We got two people. Right.
Because I usually don't date people with kids. So, like, this is, like, real big and different for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the youngest of my dual child is 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I love her like she my own. You can't tell me they need my baby. And it's just like, I be having all type of thoughts. Like, is he still fucking around? You know, like, shit like that. Like, because she only 3, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
What? What? So,
It's a
but you saying that you're getting attached to the
I'm
child?
already attached. That's my baby.
So you,
but in the beginning,
So we're talking like I was saying before. When if something should happen, now that's a double break. It breaks your heart twice.
Yeah.
Because now you've formed a bond with this kid.
Right.
6 times.
Can I chime in?
6 times.
Yeah, because I have 6 stepkids. Yeah, so yeah.
He said 6 times.
No, that's a hard one. No, I'm
Yeah,
just saying that.
right.
It is. It'll hurt me. It'll hurt me.
But she didn't say that on air yet. Yeah, she didn't say that on air yet. So you might want to let the how many stepkids you got?
I have 6.
Okay, I'm saying so now we know, so they know. What's wrong?
Oh, you took off my role.
I think I think the average woman, truthfully, when you're talking about she's already got kids and situation and that dynamic, she's gonna take what she can get. So
No.
even if it's a bad nigga who might treat her good but not give her kids the best, a lot of women gonna take it. Why? Because they don't get what they want. At this point, they getting, look, I need some help here. I need that there. Most people don't get to choose. They don't. They don't get the best of what they want. There are very few people who get what they want. They get what is available to them.
I stay away from women like that.
That's the average
Women
person.
like that, it ain't.
No, you don't.
Women like that ain't looking out for the well-being of their kids at all.
I'm gonna tell you how you know.
And guess what?
Yeah.
That's most of them.
Okay.
When you look at it, a woman who will take a guy that's gonna beat her,
We eat fast.
she's not looking at. Most of them women got kids that are in abusive relationships.
Right now,
Right.
we eat fast food. We get it because it's available. Because we just.
And I'm speaking from experience of I got a nonprofit that's geared towards
Alright.
children who have mental and behavioral health disabilities.
All right.
Most of their parents, which are women, because it's mostly women that put these kids in the program, my fault. Most of these women take what is available. That's what it is. It's what's available to them. That's just how it goes. They're not getting, I need a stepdaddy for my kid. I need a man for me. I've been through so much trauma and through so much pain. I need somebody to make me feel good. If you happen to do right by my kids, they'll take you in. Oh, that's a bonus. They are here for them.
Okay.
The kids is just, the icing. The cake is them.
So,
the grand prize.
Yes.
Is that not selfish?
They want a man. We all selfish.
That's. Oh.
So
I see where you coming from. It just like.
Because when you go back and you look at it, what do you say? Most women don't say, "Hey, I'm looking for a stepdad. I'm looking for a great man to be with my kids. I'm looking for a man that's gonna help me out with this. I'm looking for a man that's gonna do." The kid is down at the bottom of the list because she needs her needs met.
I'll come across
I
that.
agree. I heard that a lot.
That's what I was saying.
I heard that a lot.
I said a man when he date with a purpose. A woman date upon need. That's what I'm saying. When a man date a woman, he want to sit across from someone who he see who could be a part of his life, not part of the pressure. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I didn't forget what I was saying. This nigga Dr. Right. This nigga Dr. Miles. I didn't forget what I was gonna say. Goddamn.
We talking about the
That was worth hearing. Nigga.
about the
That
kids.
go back to like Kevin Samuels. If you a woman, you 42, you got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies, you make $36,000 a year. You don't have a lot of choices of I want a guy that makes $195,000. I want him to drive an Escalade. I want him to have a $600,000 house.
Yeah.
You're gonna take what you can get. So if he's not a stepdad, it's like shit. You gonna help pay what bill? You gonna do this? I mean, you might not be the nicest to my kids, but I'm gonna deal. They gonna deal with it.
Damn,
That's
the part I
sad.
can't
They're gonna
fuck with,
subject
yeah.
themselves
That's
to
sad.
it.
That's sad.
Why do y'all think domestic violence is at such an all-time high? Like, let's
Also,
be
then you can
let's
have
be
a real
real.
relationship with somebody who has kids and not have to necessarily be around their kids.
No, so, see, most women that's like that.
But no, that ain't. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I think women can have a relationship with a man that's strong and they don't have to be around their kids.
That's true. Because what about their real father?
What if he ain't even in their life?
That plays a part.
Yeah,
but
you
but
gotta
just,
go
again,
through
let's go
the
back.
end
You
of
said
the
you said you coach football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the football players have single moms,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Most of those single moms, and I'm not talking about you, fuck with the football community. Why? Because they're looking for structure and some stability for themselves. It's just a bonus for you to help the kid.
No. It was fucked up. Like, I had a lot of kids running over. Like, my mama said she like you. Ain't that fucked up?
And how many of the mamas was like, hey, I need you to do for Lil John? No, she wants you to do for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how many women are out here like, can you buy me flowers? Not can you buy my kid such and such? Can you take me on a date to such? Not can you, hey, could you maybe take me and my kid to Golden Corral and we all do? No, I want to go to Ruth Chris or Benny. They not saying shit about them kids.
Okay, so we on that end. Let's go on the other end.
Nice.
So what about now that the woman has the kid and you in a relationship with her, and we're trying to discipline the child.
It depends on how old the
We're
kid
trying
is.
to discipline the child, and she and the child. He just fucked up my thought again. And the child is before you in the house, meaning that
Oh, hell.
she listens to. You might tell him take out the trash, and he don't take out the trash, and now the mama is taking up for the boy. Don't be telling him to take out, whatever. But I'm just saying, when you come second to the child in the house. After, like you just said,
That's not even an option.
she was first. It's not an option to you, but there's people living like that, to where the woman is saying, hey, she believes everything her son says.
You know why? Because
Why?
they don't have choices.
It's
when
not,
you not of us-
she doesn't have choice.
Like that
don't
guy
go
you
with
talking
that.
about, he's not at a certain
You
caliber.
saying he don't have a
He's not
choice.
at a certain caliber in life where he gets to pick and choose
You
what
saying
wants.
he don't
Yeah.
have a choice,
Yeah,
right?
he's
Hey,
taking
but
it.
that's what
Let
I'm saying.
me speak on that.
Go ahead.
Because I got a little experience on that. But this is where, and I like how this young lady said at the very beginning, it's about communication. Now, when I met my ex-wife, right, now she already had a son. Now, me and her, we were best friends since high school. Okay, so I had interaction with this little boy. Now, I fell in love with the little boy, but I wasn't looking for the relationship at that time frame. But when we decided that we was going to go into a relationship, right, now y'all heard me say on last week's show, okay, I take my prerogatives as a man, my divine prerogatives, very seriously. Okay, so when I speak, this is what I expect. Okay,
Sounds like a shot at Lou, but go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So when we were dating, when we decided to date, I didn't have no problem. Like, and here's the part that's funny. Me and his father, we were bitter enemies. Okay. But I still didn't have a problem raising this young man as my own. But when we got married, I set the parameters early. I said, now, first and foremost, I'm not Sean anymore. I'm daddy. Okay. I'm
To
daddy.
him or to her? Did
Both.
y'all have a meeting? Y'all sat
We all
down?
sat down, and I said, I'm not Sean
After
anymore.
the marriage?
Yeah, after the marriage. I
Okay.
said, I'm not Sean anymore. I'm daddy. Okay. He don't talk to me no kind of way. He don't do anything. I asked for something once. Okay. He don't do it. I'm going to assume he didn't hear me. I asked again. There's going to be some consequences. Okay. Because I raised him. All right.
Question: how old was he?
Well, he was like 5.
Okay.
Okay. So I took, about 5. So I took him under my, and I remember I've been around him since he was 6 months.
Right. So at that age, he could still be cultivated.
Exactly. Yeah, so and I like how you use that word, because that's what that whole period was. It was a period of cultivation.
But he still had a father.
Yeah,
in his
so he
life.
still had his father.
Was his father active?
No, not
So
at
that
all.
don't count.
But no. What I'm saying
But he
is
was
this.
still in his life.
He was still in his life. Okay, and so
Part-time.
But he was not active.
He part-time.
Now define active.
Right. He
Define
wasn't
active.
active to him.
Yeah,
He
define
wasn't
active.
active to him.
Yeah, because you know, even though him and I, we had our you know, if you want to call it that, okay. Now he my boy. Now you know he my boy. Actually, we cool now. Okay.
After you were hurt,
beat him up.
After you beat him up, y'all got
After you beat him up,
Well, there is a story behind that because when I used to work out, when I was throwing up 350, okay, and he was talking smack until he actually saw me. And it's like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I was about to beat him down in front of my church.
Not in front of the congregation.
Praise God.
See,
Yeah.
now
Don't do it in
y'all
front of
see
the
why he here.
congregation.
Double-edged sword.
Now y'all see why he here.
But
The whole armor of God.
yeah, the whole upper guy was about to rain down on me. Like Sonic, you know what I'm
This is
saying?
a two-edged sword I'm gonna cut you with.
Exactly. You know, but no, all joking aside, and that's what I'm saying. So each situation, because I know for me, because again, it goes back to who I am, okay, and because I hold myself in that high regard because of my divine prerogatives, those parameters had to be set right off the rip. Now there was times where she would be like, because we got with her. Now I have a daughter from when I was in the military, but with her, I have 4 biological daughters, okay, and you know, and her showing preference towards him versus the girls was one thing I had to deal with. But, you know, as far as like me being who I was, all right, it's like that was a no-go, okay? I raised this boy. This is what it is. And even to this day, all right, he's 34 years old now. And it's still like, that's my son, all right? So at the end of the day.
But you gotta look at what age you got him at. You got him at an age where you could mold him.
Yeah, and that's what
He
I was going to
was
say.
15 or 17.
Yeah.
That's what he was gonna say.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say.
He said, "Give me the mic."
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I've been on the other side of the spectrum. Now we can talk about it, but I've been on the side where my baby mama got with a dude and he completely like engulfed my son. Like, you mine, you know what I mean? Like, and then she on some sour shit was like, okay, well, he got his family, he don't need you. And really it was damn near like 2 daddies was fighting over a kid. You know what I mean? So it can come from both ends of the spectrum to where you want to be with your kid, but she like, no, I'm gonna show you that I can have a good family, and then don't give you that type of relationship with your son. So I can't say that I've been on that, but I have been on the other side where a dude tried to engulf my son, and then they broke up. You know what I mean? Everybody starts separating, and then all of a sudden, it's now, okay, I need you to be daddy again.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit hurt.
Dude had a son. I mean,
Yeah, that hurt.
dude had a kid, and then now all of a sudden, he don't mean as much to this dude now. Now, you know, daddy back in the mix. You know what I mean? So it's 2 sides to the story, bro.
Yeah,
exactly.
And speaking on that side you're talking about, as you know, coming from me, my first daughter was the same way too. You know, we were dating. You know, probably 8 months down the line, the mama, you know, me and her broke up. She met somebody else. The dude was making a lot of money, so she didn't need me. She had her family. You know, she boom, boom, boom. They moved to Georgia. Ooh. Yeah. When my daughter was 6, they moved to Georgia, and it's like that whole time, like even right now, my daughter, she has a mistrust in men.
Okay.
You know, because of that situation. It was like I wasn't even there. You know, because I'm sitting up here letting, you know, as we men, that's all right. When she get older, she gonna know who her daddy is, and she gonna come to me. It's all right.
And that's the fucked up part.
Yeah. When we should have been fighting for the baby right then, and fuck what the mama thinking, what's going on. This is my baby.
Right.
I need to raise her. This is the time. If I gotta pay child support, that's what I do. Did you want to say something?
I'm listening. Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
You're not even on this show.
See, you know, right?
What is you doing? That's why I don't get invited up here. I fight with Miles.
I've been through 2 situations. I have a 22-year-old daughter, right?
He's
My
funny.
mother took her away from me when I was 3, right? I regained back relationship with her when she was 8, right? Then she took my baby away from me again. By the time my daughter was 15, my daughter said, I don't want to see you, right? I wound up swooping up on her in New York when she was 15. She said, I was mad at you because you didn't take me with you. At this time, my daughter was sleeping in the car with her mother and her other siblings. And she heard the way a mother would treat a child to keep them away from their father is so detrimental to where it hurt everybody silently, but kills the father morale.
Yeah.
Okay? I've been killed twice. I tell anybody this. I've been killed twice in the sense of my morale. My daughter, to this day, as I reach out, she said, I know who you are, but don't call me no more.
Damn.
Right? Recently, 4 months ago, I was in a relationship with someone. They got at the time, 16-year-old son. The nigga had no responsibilities. I'm talking about no dishwashing, no garbage taken out, no snow. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to be cool, but if he don't have this thing, one thing about a mother who raises a boy will raise her so-called, quote-unquote, wannabe husband in a heartbeat. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Catering.
And yeah, and then the mother will raise, that has a daughter, will raise the bitter version of her.
I agree with
Okay.
that.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying is I learned so much about how to raise, and I raised 27 children. The only children that don't like me is my very own. You feel me? That's crazy.
Dog.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Wait.
I feel you on that.
The number 27, is that an accurate number?
That's damn sure accurate number. And they love me to death. You know what I mean? And I raised them to the point to where they love me to this day. If I call them and say I need, they will come.
That's fucked up.
You feel me?
I don't know exactly where you're coming from.
When I hear this, I'm like, oh, that's some bullshit because and none of them ever treated me like I wasn't their father. If I tell them to go to bed, they go to bed. If I say time to shut it down, they shut it down. The problem I have is when a mother gains all the control and limit us. That's why I said a father when a man decides he want to be with a woman, but married, that shit real.
Mm-hmm.
When a woman does it, oh niggas on a whole other playing field. Because like you said, they mapping out how they want to be versus on how they need to be. And I witnessed it firsthand, just with a woman. I was like, I told her I said, listen, I shovel the snow. This woman said, I said, well, can you call him and tell him to put out the salt? She said, he can't do that. I just do it when I come home from work. And it was 7:30. She don't get home to 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
sad. A single parent mother raising a boy, that's detrimental, and it fucks up everything.
So how long in the relationship before you say, hey, I can't do this no more?
Right.
Hey, don't give him your mic no more like that, man. Don't let him take your microphone. You know who you is?
You gonna tell me I can't touch your mic?
I'm gonna tell you, Miles, a lot. You just answered so many questions.
This wasn't even like I wasn't even dating homegirl, but I was giving her an estimate on some shit in her crib. Her her son had to be about 17 years old. He was at her crib and he was leaving with her car. He drove off. She called him and said, I need you to bring me some type of food or something. He said, Mom, I'm already gone. No.
And she was cool with it.
It didn't matter what she was, bro.
It was like, bring my shit back then.
No,
I
for
just
real.
couldn't imagine dating a woman, really loving her and caring for her.
And let
gotta
her
deal
son
with
do
that.
her
And
like
then
that.
seeing that shit, even though, really, I gotta say, but just, I'm a fucking carpenter, bro. I'm not invested in this shit. But seeing that shit, bro, really had me like,
That mean you went to go get the food.
Mm-hmm.
You went to go get the food.
Yes, it
nigga, I
did.
don't go get no food.
No, she asked you.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She just didn't.
She
get no
wanted
food
to.
that day, nigga. That's her son, nigga.
Oh, wow.
I'm not the food getter. I'm just saying.
I'm
I
just
didn't like
saying,
how
if she got a 17-year-old, I'm gonna teach the
Time out,
nigga how
time
to do
out.
floors.
Okay.
He had to be willing to.
Did you not have a lot of
I don't
questions
wanna learn how to
answered?
do no
Thank
floors. Because you're going to be a lame to him doing floors.
I'm gonna, dude.
No.
They don't understand.
He making bread like that? He making bread like that?
He don't give a
He ain't making no bread like that because he
You
driving his
ain't
mama's
making
shit.
bread.
I offered the nigga come work for me for $12 an hour, and he was 15.
Right, 15 year old work for 12 hours.
You've been killed twice. You've been killed twice.
another dollar for your
Right here. This motherfucker right here is worth.
He said you
I
look
knew
like
something
you've been
happened.
killed twice.
You don't look like that for no reason. I kept saying like I was like he been bombed.
Resurrected and killed again. Jesus Christ.
I'm like you look like you been
You
bombed a
man
few
of God
times.
knew what I was talking about.
You was really born in 1875.
No, but when a lot of times when you get the you not my daddy type of situation is because it's not anybody that's enforcing the structure and the discipline. They're not used to it. So that goes back to both what Dez and Miles said. You got a lot of women who they don't know what it takes to raise a man. A lot of women came from single women, so they saw what they thought was right. Okay, fine. Then they get into this situation, and like I said, they're looking for something for them to satisfy them. They're looking for their own gratification.
If you don't get the young dude from like 5 years old,
you can't. So listen, and this is what.
And girls.
Listen, hold on, wait.
both-
No.
both of them.
no matter.
My
Boys
statistics
and
are,
girls.
these are real statistics, not my house. Once a kid is past 13, their personality has already begun to develop.
Yeah.
It's hard to go back now and get that kid to conform to something different. Once in a while, you might be unique enough to say, hey, I was able to do it. But the law of large numbers says once that kid crosses over 13, their mindset is begin to set. They begin to become who they are. It's hard to bring them back.
Unless it's already in them.
Yeah. So when you get a kid at a very young age, like he said, I got him at 5, I got him at 3, I got him at 9.
If it's a
I
boy,
can still reel you in a certain way, even when
a
it's
girl is different.
No,
because
it's
if a girl don't have her father around and you become that father figure, trust me, she'll call you pops.
the question is with the mom. Does the mom allow these things to happen?
Yeah.
Because if she's not allowing you to step in and be this
the
father
woman
figure,
start acting crazy. Like now, I gotta say, if I lead this relationship, I gotta lead this kid.
That's the part that fucking with you
bro,
right there.
know what
You
I
got
mean?
attached to the
when you
kids
are
like
in
that.
love, like a little
That fuck with
girl,
you.
And know, like if I leave her mama, I gotta leave her.
That's what I said at the beginning.
Up, bro.
But hey, you gotta give it a certain. You gotta give it a little fight.
I call
Dad.
my baby right now.
I don't left relationship. The kids still fuck with me strong as hell. They be
You
like,
gotta
hey,
give it
what's
a
up?
certain fight.
All the time.
But then,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
thoughts though, bro.
And even with that, like when you leave a relationship, like you said, the kids still fuck with you, but you can't take the little girls to the beach.
Shit, if I call them kids up, we
But
out.
that's weird.
No, that's
No,
how they.
you can't take. That's what I'm saying. You can't take your stepkids to the in the bikini to the beach.
Oh shit.
If you ain't in that relationship no more.
I'm not
You
gonna say
can't-
that because now I can agree with what they said that you once you develop that
Y'all know what I'm
relationship.
saying
He
is
took it. He
because-
took it there. But I'm
Because
like,
it's happening in my fucking life. That's why we talking about it.
Okay.
I'm saying I can't like I have to. I want to go to the beach, right?
Is it
with
not
my
allowed?
little daughter.
Is that what it is?
feel-
No,
I
it's
just
not
caught you. I
allowed.
feel what you're saying.
It's not allowed, but
I feel what he's
I
saying.
want to go with my daughter, right?
Right.
But if I go with my daughter, I can't sit at the beach by myself, just me and my daughter. So it makes more sense to go with me, her mama, and her sister.
But
Even
see,
though
no,
me and the
you
wife
can't-
ain't
you can't-
together.
You can't look at how nobody else look at it. That's your relationship.
You would tell her, put on your full suit, baby. Get the bigger blanket out. I'm being honest with you.
Okay,
I have
I'm
this-
listening.
My daughter
Don't matter,
11, and there's certain things you'll tell her to do. And then when you play, you don't play close to you play as a distance. You teach her how to build a sandcastle on her own. There's certain things you would do as a father to where the distance.
No,
is there.
listen. At
And
the
not
end of
because it was somebody else.
it's not weird if you're not having no crazy intentions of touching this girl in no weird way. That's still your kid.
Well, yeah, that's-
That's still your kid. I'm a still be
Them
there.
kids
I don't
still
give a
looking-
fuck what nobody else said. What
them
them
kids looking at you like you their daddy, so they this shit is like
she got a
his daddy.
daddy. She got a daddy that's in her life.
Raising my daughter.
What's your relationship with him?
Stepdaddy.
I'm saying the step. That's what I'm saying. The
So
stepdaddy.
What's your relationship with the real dad?
But hold on, we
No, go ahead.
yeah. That's what I'm
Tack
saying.
it.
It was no relationship with the real dad. It was the wife. She had an ex-husband. The baby still knew her daddy. He still do what he want to. Me and the wife are divorced now. So in order, it's not.
So I would be willing to have that conversation
You
with
don't
him.
have no
Look
close
at
ties to her no more.
It don't matter.
I'm still tired because that's my daughter's sister.
But it
I
don't
would be
matter
willing to have that conversation with her real dad and tell her I'm still a part of this village.
We don't have even have a conversation.
It
Yeah.
don't matter what she got on. You know what I mean? Like, when my daughter was like, I didn't want my daughter to really like be sitting on my lap, and I didn't want to be kissing her all the time and everything
Right.
like that, because I wanted her to know that a man can love her unconditionally and never have to touch her. So when we go out, I don't give a damn what she got on. Ain't nobody gonna.
But again, I'm saying this
I'm
your
there.
stepdaughter.
Ain't nobody.
This your stepdaughter.
But her, it don't matter. Her daddy, nobody around, ain't nobody gonna think that because we don't even got that type of relationship where we even feel that way.
But then
Okay.
you're saying that, but the truth
And that's what I'm
is-
saying. Go the other way then.
Right.
Because he can't take my daughter nowhere.
Right, there you go. I'm about to say that. The first thing that happens.
But no, you can't say that.
I can say that.
No, you go to court and say that shit.
That
you cannot say that.
Why can't he
not
say that?
in no relationship
If
with
he-
the mama.
if he
he's
got
the
good standing with the
sister's-
baby mama, he can say that.
He's the sister's daddy. He's not in a
Yeah.
relationship with
That's
the
what he's
mama.
saying. That's
He
not
can't.
what he's
So me and him is in the same position. We're in the same position. So I shouldn't be taking, even though even though I raised his daughter.
With her, you have no say about who's with your kids when she's with them. I don't give a damn what you think.
It depends on who the mother is. It depends on your relationship with the mother.
She will not be with her sister's daddy. That don't even make no sense. The mama don't.
You
even
don't
like
want her with her sister's daddy.
The mama don't even like the nigga.
It don't
Why
matter
would
what
she
you
call
want,
me?
my nigga.
It does, cause she knows.
Hey,
she
I'm with
can
you,
call me.
Dez.
She knows she can call.
Listen.
Nigga, they don't give a damn what you think.
It sound good right now. Hold on, time out. We're doing that right now.
You keep saying that, but you're not understanding. I'm saying this is her ex. This is her ex.
Unless the father,
They don't have a
It
relationship.
don't matter if it's her ex, her now, her later, whoever.
If she
she's in
chooses-
her mother's custody, she can be with whoever it is, and your ass can't say nothing about it.
We have. You do know we
But
do
that's-
have joint custody,
That's
right?
based on the relationship they got with each other.
You
At the
can't.
same- no,
Yes, she
can't
can.
tell you.
No,
she
no,
can't
no.
tell
Yes, she
you.
can.
She
She
can be
can.
around your daughter, bro. It don't go like that.
She can call
You
me.
make that
She can call me and say, "Hey, I need you to watch your baby." And she can drop her off. We stay a mile apart.
Okay.
Anytime of day.
But if she
So that
chooses
means
not to,
she
you
don't
really
have
can't
to-
do nothing about it. You can be upset about it. You might even say,
She's
"Hey,
not-
I can fight."
But we didn't
But she
say,
has an
we
option
didn't
to, is what he's saying.
we
That's what
didn't
he's saying.
say- We
She
didn't
has an
say,
option to.
We didn't say her new husband. We
No, we
didn't
got
say
an
her
extra
new
five.
husband. We said her.
matter
We
if
said
it's the
the
carpenter. Like we just
It
talked
does
about.
matter if it's the
You
carpenter.
cannot. You
My
don't
baby,
got no say so
I
over
do.
who she go to the beach with.
Y'all
if
crazy.
she ain't in your custody.
Y'all motherfucking
No,
crazy.
yes, your manhood talking.
No. Y'all motherfucking
No,
crazy.
listen.
We're not talking about you.
My
ain't no
first
prison
daughter,
with
my
you.
second daughter.
Do you trust her?
Let's call
Do you
them.
trust
Do I
the-
call?
the mother?
Let's call them.
Listen.
Hold on, the phone line.
Hold on. Wait.
Talking about your
Hey, before we
passions,
end,
my nigga.
It's not happening.
Before we
talking about
end,
It's not happening.
Before we
Go
end.
ahead. In real life, it's not happening.
Before we end, I want to shout out Stone Jungle Clothing.
There
My
you
guy
go.
Brian Wilbur, sponsor of Gunplay. Respected everywhere, my man Kyle Burton.
My man.
The writer of Gunplay, Ashley Marie, Avery
Oh.
Productions. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Ashley.
Gunplay on the way.
All right, go play on the way.
She said that.
Cause she in it, nigga.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I wanna
god!
shout out to-
No,
He
I wasn't
wasn't
talking about
listening. He
that.
wasn't
I wasn't talking about that part. I wasn't talking about
We
that.
here.
Yeah,
We're
I know.
here.
Yeah,
We're here.
Right.
I wasn't. See, y'all weren't paying attention. It just caught
We're
the corner of my
here.
eye.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here. I got
4
you.
minutes.
So the poster not out yet, but June 18th, Father's Day. We're gonna do the premiere for Gunplay. June 18th on Father's Day.
All right.
How far would the father go to save his family? That's the question. Clearly, he would go very far.
We can't tell.
He is ready to
They
kill.
quit part two.
Oh yeah, say that.
Gunplay Part 2, starring Oscar Porter at the beach, going after his wife's ex, but taking his kid to the beach. Hey, Oscar, I got bail money for you. If I
Get your training in on the sand, right? They're saying hard.
You gotta take
I
care.
understand what you're saying.
I know. Listen, heartfelt.
I hear
I
what y'all
feel
saying.
you until you don't
But
have it.
again,
He's there legally. He's there legally.
Hey, I'm with you.
again,
You gonna lose.
again,
You
this
gonna lose.
this was done in the beginning. This is done in the beginning. So the end is what it is.
All right, man.
It's not gonna happen.
All right, man.
It was. It
is
the
what it
rule was
is.
laid down.
Listen.
And again, I'm the same one that tell y'all that shit should be laid out at the beginning and at the date.
All right.
When we start, this is the lady I married.
Oh,
Y'all see this? Y'all
So
see
we
this
have
passion?
an understanding.
No.
This is the passion that Mayor Ross gave in Gunplay. This is the passion. Mayor Ross gave.
Right.
So we can see what happens.
But understand because but understand.
Don't put your mind in that situation
but
where
so
you
I'm
feel
saying
like you got control over
we
it.
spoke
No, you gonna hurt
we
yourself,
spoke
my nigga.
on a certain person. That's what I'm saying. You keep. That's what you're not understanding. We spoke on a certain person. The daughter, the
His daughter.
step baby's daddy. Not the new nigga, not the new husband, not the usher, not the whoever the fuck she gonna meet with the car. We ain't speaking
Well, I
on
gotta
them.
be an usher.
That'll be when it comes. It might have been the usher
Don't act
at the
like
ball
the
game,
usher
nigga.
gonna be
I
act like
could
the
have said the
Hey,
DJ. I could have said the DJ.
Shout out to the stepmothers and stepfathers. June 18th. I want to make sure everybody's at the Bel Air Theater. Some Gunplay.
I do have a serious question. I have a serious question about filmmaking, right?
Especially
Okay.
them big hands, nigga.
Why and
I'm just meeting the past.
Oh, okay.
you set a date before it's complete, before the movie's complete? Oh, Jesus. Why would you set the date before the movie?
Because I know it's gonna be done.
No, I mean I get that. So because you know that's your answer.
Yeah, I'm in control.
And I would think if you have a contract with the DP, he's gonna tell you when it's gonna be done.
I mean, I'm
a filmmaker now.
Well, my situation was a little different than everybody else's. So we talking about we've been done 2 weeks. April 13th was my last day.
You ahead of
I
deadline.
have a full rough cut tomorrow morning.
No,
so that's like I said. I set my dates based on a marketing strategy or a marketing scheme.
Yeah, I want to talk to you. The reason I'm asking is only because I released a film. My encore preview of the film is May 12th. Right?
That ain't none of us saying. He on some bullshit.
He ain't look out for none of his people.
Right. He on some bullshit. But go ahead.
Cast and call another.
I was on your set.
The fuck?
I was on your set.
That's what's up.
Use our full
Right. We get 8 minutes now.
I have the power to add.
Okay.
I am God of podcast.
Okay, but we ended up with a half a show for 3 weeks, though. But go ahead.
No, what's your question? Go ahead.
My question is business-wise. I asked you that because I'm a filmmaker now. Thank you. And
what are the things that? shout out to Miles.
I am screaming.
Shout out to Miles. Hey, can I get a thank you? Hey, you said I'm a filmmaker now, and I gave you your flowers, and you had some smart shit to say. Why? Man.
No, he thought it was that one.
I was on your side, man.
No, I was asking why we said the day before it's finished, and what will make you hire Oscar again?
Honestly, I was a fan of Oscar from Asbury
I've
Park.
been a fan of Oscar. Oscar knows that. Right, Oscar?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh,
yeah. That's right.
The role that Oscar played in Asbury Park was phenomenal for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was, not only was he serious, but he was comedic. He gave, to me, a range of emotions and showed how phenomenal he was as an actor. See, for me, in my personal opinion, if you're an actor, you're not yourself.
Thank you.
You're somebody different, and you can give us different things. So, like I said, this is my first time actually meeting you, but
that ain't even him. You mean?
I'm familiar with his work.
Right.
So
this Sunday night
to see him in these different projects, Q Hefner. Q gives you an array of different things as an actor. Denzel Dandridge gives you an array of different people as an actor. That's when I'm looking at him like, hey, I like this. So it's a lot of people who ask, who's your top 3 or top 5? I'm not giving you certain names because they only played themselves. Like, I tell people, 50 Cent is 50 Cent in every movie. He was Cassius Dawkins, he was the same nigga. When he was Kanan from Power, he was the same guy. Yeah. He did a great job. In Dinner Thieves and all that, I like but he's the same guy.
Right.
I'm a Denzel Washington fan, but before we got Training Day, he was the same guy.
Yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Except for the Book of Eli.
He said before Training Day. He said before Training Day.
He kind of, after Training Day, he gave us a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at Cuba Gooding Jr., you're looking at Terrence Howard.
Yeah,
those two guys give us the same thing. Morris Chestnut usually give you the same thing.
I only think because when people write, they pick those people deliberately.
So they
That's
write.
true.
Yeah, they writing
That's
for
true.
them. They writing for them.
I mean, you give me a $30 million budget, I'll probably do the same thing.
Yeah. That's how you get the best films
If
too.
you got that swing, that shit gonna stick out.
It is because you look at Cuba Gooding Jr., look at Terrence Howard, look at the different characters they play, and it's like, damn, they give you an array of emotions, and they give you these different characters that they embody. Jamie Foxx, he was Willie Beeman in Any Given Sunday, and then he gave you Ray. Like, damn.
How do you feel about Forrest Whitaker? Because to me, Forrest Whitaker is like the pinnacle.
It's the eye to do it for me.
Yeah, but
I'm a fan of Forrest Whitaker.
No, for real.
I'm a big fan of Forrest Whitaker too.
Yeah.
I watched The Shield, which was a cop show.
That was my favorite performance.
But he did a great job, being that
How about
person.
the Godfather?
Oh no, for sure, Bumpy
I like
Johnson.
that. That's good.
He murdered that.
Bumpy Johnson. But for me, like I said, for me is learning the movie business is not what's hard. It's not hard to make a movie. It's not hard to make a quality movie. It's hard to market and advertise your movie.
Okay.
It's hard to get somebody in Pensacola, Florida, to know who. So honestly, somebody asked me, "Why do you go on these podcasts? I don't care, but y'all ain't had but 12 people watching. If them 12 people didn't know me, today they do. Let me fuck around and say, damn, what's Gunplay?
Jay-Z said it the best. You only have to be right once.
How do you go back and get somebody in Pensacola, Florida to know who you are? Mobile, Alabama,
The right one person.
You got, well, not just that though. You have to go out and market and network, and that's the hardest thing. That's why you got some movies that are actually good movies, but they don't make a lot of money. They don't do shit because they're not marketing them, and that's what's hard in this business right now.
And some of them ain't even trying to market.
But everybody don't know either.
Right.
That's
they just
the thing.
throwing.
A lot of this they don't know. Like this is not a business. Like
you said,
real quick, but as opposed to other businesses, you go to businesses with blueprints.
Contract Killer got a big old poster on Telegraph. Using that.
I got one more thing.
But I think people too, they do the wrong thing. Just to say they market a little bit too much in their hometown.
I agree with that too.
Like truthfully, a lot of people here kind of know who I am. So if I got Oscar in my movie, Oscar got the relationship with Dez.
I don't know who I was talking to, but I was like, I'm in KC movie, and they was like, if you in a movie with KC, that's the way to go, type shit. So
that's cute.
No, but when I said it, I appreciate whoever said it. But when you sit here, I don't know. Like before today, I just met Dez. But Oscar got the relationship with Dez, so his marketing. Hey, bro, I'm doing this movie, this and that. I want people in Cleveland, Cincinnati. I want you in Texas and Jonesboro, Georgia. Like, I want a broader market. So when you see what like Lisa Brown do, you go to her premiere. People flying in just to come to the premiere. Oh, we're from Mississippi. We're from Florida. It's like that's where you looking at the marketing, the advertising of what they're doing. That's what's going to help you grow.
One more question.
And hold on, before you say that, just know every time I go on a set, if somebody got a role open, I tell them, I work with 4 actors, right?
Right.
So I always, like he said, I always shout out people I work with.
Thank you for
not
that.
mine, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did say I made a statement today, and somebody got mad. But I believe I told the truth. And Dez, maybe you can answer me because you probably the veteran. Not everybody sitting at the table. I said we make films. We have not yet made a movie.
No, Joe Smith just made a movie.
No, he made a film. The reason why I say a movie is when audio and
visual come together.
That's
so a lot of we haven't had a movie that came from here that had a soundtrack. Is what you're going to.
Right.
That's true.
I don't think we had the money.
That's not true.
I don't think it's the money.
For the soundtrack, it ain't about the money. Honestly,
right.
That's the easy part.
I think it's the obligation of knowing your purpose. Biblically, purpose is everything. You feel me?
You know why that has to happen, honestly?
And I think that's old shit, but I think that's old. And that's what I'm saying, that's old. That's not what they do now.
You can still do a soundtrack, but what happens is we don't know.
Prayers wasn't low budget.
It was.
We don't know nobody who did a. We don't know an independent from here that did a soundtrack and made money. That's why nobody else.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not what they doing now.
Right.
Just see what I'm saying
anymore.
Right now.
Well, they do it. They don't do it.
We're gonna do a soundtrack for Gunplay, right? If that soundtrack, just say it made $300,000, and I could tell somebody I made $300,000 off my soundtrack. After that, everybody that do a movie gonna do a soundtrack,
right?
Because guess what? Oh man, he did it. I'm gonna do it too. Most people heard about these certain independent movies that made a lot of money, and then what did they say? Shit, I got an iPhone, I got a ring light. You act. We finna make a movie.
I just added 30 more minutes to this show. I'm gonna tell, and the reason why I said that because. You right, and both of y'all right in a sense, but the truth is, I have learned because I've been a part of the music industry since '88.
So the Step Kids was the first hour. Now 30 minutes is the movies.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Okay.
No. I'm saying. First of all, Dez.
You want to share a microphone, bro? I know you got.
Okay, I can say that. Hold on, this ain't even this time. Okay, I love you, Dez. Fuck you. Listen. Dez is a great actor. This motherfucker. When I first did my first TV series on internet series, I said I'm picking Oscar. I picked Oscar.
I heard a different story on that one too, but go ahead.
Tell me to call me. I get it clear. The truth of the matter is, I just realized in Detroit we're more. How can I say? We're more
cliquish.
No. We have a better advantage over everybody in this whole country.
That's true.
Okay, we have a better.
We did had that since Motown though.
There you go. So
and the cars.
We had a better. Advantage,
we a hustling city.
To be in a room with an Oscar and a Dez in New York is unheard of, right? In the sense, if you get an independent filmmaker like yourself, an Oscar and a Dez in the same room is unheard of. You haven't seen it thus far, and you probably would never see it because them motherfuckers they walk amongst rats when you walk down the streets. We don't have to do that. Feel me?
What you mean?
Hey, Dez, before I even knew you remember what I sent you in your inbox? That message I sent you? I sent Dez, a guy that stayed in my apartment building. His parents, Barry Brown. His parents owned the building. He asked me, did I know Dez? I didn't. I checked him out and everything. I sent Dez a message. I said, the best movie in Detroit, the best movie made in Detroit stars me and you. And it ain't been made yet.
Yeah. I remember that.
I sent him that, and I mean, that was damn near 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, and then we hung out with that lady.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's exactly what you said. Yeah, it's exactly what you said.
You don't have these things where you can get a tray, and all these people in one room and actually be cool. It's motherfuckers and they more distance. We don't come from money, but we don't come from pure poverty. You know what I mean? You come from a two-parent family household, right? Okay? Motherfuckers ain't heard that shit in a long time.
They speak bad.
I came from money.
They speak real
I
bad.
know you did.
My people got a little change.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. They do.
I'm just talking shit to Miles. This is just me fighting with Miles, though.
Black people shouldn't say that
But
shit,
what
man.
podcast can have an actor / gangster, okay, preacher, a gay guy.
Lou was here.
Listen.
No, I ain't talking about you, gay.
No, he has some. Yeah.
She's sitting up here like,
Whoa,
which one is gay? She's like, I didn't know.
Man, by the way,
Well, you can play with
no, for real.
Not my
But no,
business.
one of our hosts is gay. That's what he said. He's not here.
He's not here. Can't tell you this. This is my favorite podcast engineer. I'm sick as the motherfucker right now. I'm hurting.
Oh, you
On
see?
Sunday,
He done died again.
It's the third time. That embalming fluid done backed up anyway.
My back fucked up.
Hey, listen.
Also,
Period.
Wait, before we go. Next week, Mentally Ill with Dez Cortez will come on right after this show.
Yeah.
that's what's up. So he gonna be getting us out of here. We ain't gonna have no more extra
We gonna talk
time.
about how fucked up
We ain't gonna have no more extra time because he gonna be getting us the fuck out of here.
Can I get an invite on the show?
He gonna be
I'm
getting
asking
us the
in front of
fuck outta
everybody.
here.
I don't have too much pride to ask for an
Last
invite.
time I already had your information.
I'm real
And
transparent.
he gonna have a trailer by then.
all day.
So I'm asking to be on the show. I'm trying to build my fan base still. KC
want it,
Carson
my nigga.
Productions.
Period.
Shout out to Cardiac
Shout out
Films,
to
Martez
KC
Brooks.
Carson
You on it.
Productions.
Dreamcatcher Jen Ross.
You do your thing.
And when the next movie coming out?
The script to be done in about 2 weeks, and I'm looking at going back to filming. And my goal is like August 1st.
If I gotta just be the usher.
I mean, don't forget about your girl over here,
Boundaries is up next for
Don't
us.
forget about your girl,
I ain't
Casey.
gotta have a big part. I can just have a
You
little
gotta
part.
take their hair away.
But remember,
Don't forget about your
Remember-
girl, Casey.
Whoa! Listen, one thing about me and the Me Too movement, baby.
I'm not looking.
No
I'm not
problem.
looking.
I never even looked up.
Remember-
I'm looking at Oscar in his eyes now.
Remember the best movie.
It was mild.
The
It was
best
mild.
movie.
Hey, I'm gonna have my earrings.
Remember
Listen,
the
you
best
see, I
movie.
got a ton of. Hey, listen, I
Casey, I'm
can't.
gonna have the earrings.
I don't even hear good when I don't have my glasses on. So I don't,
There you go.
Remember-
Applying to the facts.
I don't hear good without my glasses.
Casey, remember the best movie to come out of Detroit stars Dez Cortez and Oscar Porter.
What movie is that? What movie is that?
It's a new one.
Listen, so y'all know again, June 18th, Gunplay, starring Don Bishop,
Yeah.
Denzel Dandridge,
And that's gonna be
my
the best
homegirl
movie to
Tia
come out of
Black,
Detroit. That's gonna be the
Leah
best movie to come
Envy.
out of Detroit till that other one come out.
Oscar Porter.
Yeah.
We got he kind of new. Next up is Brian Wilbur. Y'all don't know that name.
Okay.
Oh, that's my brother.
I call him B Stone. My man from Stone Jungle. Brian up next.
Right. Yeah, he was in the.
Well, shout
Yeah, he
out
was
to
smoking
Brian.
Yeah,
but,
right.
but he up next.
Shout out to Brian.
You
That's
talking
what's
about?
up.
He got it.
He's in Gunplay too, right?
I'm going. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going out. I'm on the record, letting it be known. He's got that Dez Cortez effect behind him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna give you these different characters because Dez did 62 movies this year.
All right, Brian.
Whoa, what the fuck?
I'm putting it out. Hey,
Hard-working man. What the fuck?
I'm putting it out there.
Don't really
My
do
man.
that many movies like that. I do maybe 1 or 2 a year.
Shit.
For real.
For real?
Name a year that I've done more than 1 or 2 movies.
This year. It's on the way. I'm speaking in existence for you.
I don't want it.
You want that work?
That's when you know you're big time. He said, I'm only picking and choosing.
Right, you got the rep without the work. Yeah.
Each movie of mine you watch is gonna be a totally different motherfucker, bro. Yeah. Every single.
I ain't gonna lie. When I saw you with the braids, I said, damn.
Oh, wait till that shit come out, bro.
That was dope.
Wait till that motherfucker come out. They gonna be like, dog, I ain't never even fucking like. I don't take roles to be the same motherfucker.
That's you should.
What's the name of that one?
Which one? Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
Or MLK.
I mean, you're talking about that one.
We ain't pumping nobody else shit. Gunplay.
But the good thing, as so many movies has come out, you know, as so many movies here has come out, the good thing is when you can be an actor and somebody can remember the name of the movie because of the character that you played. You know, because a lot of times.
I ain't gonna lie. Shits, you know, if you remember that person's character, that's even bigger. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. Because that's huge. That's what I'm saying. Because of how, you know, I remember the name of the movie because of, you know, I might not even remember what the movie was about, but I remember his character in the movie. You know, that's what I'm saying. That's
what I want to keep doing. That's why I don't just keep taking job.
And that's what I'm saying. If you do take it, that waters that down, and then it becomes, well, damn, it looks
it's over with.
And then they put all the other same actors in there, and then it's like, I don't know which one is which.
You done, bro.
I ain't speaking on nobody's movies, but, you know, we know who we talking about. Is that is we old Miles taking pictures and shit? What's oh, that's what it is. How much? How many more minutes we got? I mean, we have 4 minutes. Okay, we got another 10 minutes.
Okay.
What you doing this weekend? Yes.
Oh, that was no silly shit. Y'all gonna end this?
No. We about to get it. What you doing this weekend, Des?
This weekend I'll be filming one of my first productions of my own. That'll be We're Nothing But Animals. So this is a production where I took what, and a lot of motherfuckers don't know this shit. I'm probably one of the only niggas from the hood who ever trained wild animals at the zoo. You know?
Yeah. I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't really know that. So I've taken what I learned from that and seeing how people really incorporate themselves, especially in the hood. You know what I mean? And put them both together, and you're gonna just see how people really operate. Like
hood people. Hood people's handling. They handling animals.
No. I mean, no, because the main character lives in the hood, but it's about everybody. They're not handling animals. But you're seeing how the same situations that happen with the animals happen with humans. So the main character, you know, he goes and he learns about the animals or whatever, and, you know, be voiceovers, but he comes into his hood or whatever in his main story.
And he uses that.
But you hear the same voiceovers and the same things happen that was happening to the animals, but just in the human form.
When you say a production on your own, what does that mean?
Excuse me, I mean what you mean. Oh, Crenshaw Productions.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, mainly because I've been partnering with people for the last 20 years. You know what I mean? So
congratulations on that. That's big.
Yeah, that's the first thing. But I'll be filming for that this weekend.
And what was you pointing at? No, I wasn't.
You the cute nigga. So
right, I wasn't finished saying what I was saying, but you made me forget again.
You only had 10 minutes, Mayor Ross.
Right, we it don't matter. Never mind. Pass John. What you got up this weekend, brother?
Well, just recently, you know, other than starting to do the other podcast that I do, Come Let Us Reason Together, which is a biblical podcast.
See how Miles gave everybody a show?
Yeah, so
damn. No, he don't, man. I asked Miles. I've been trying to get a show for like 6 months. He won't give me no show.
Oh, you ain't talked to him
good enough. On this shirt, nigga.
You gonna get one now? You gonna get one now?
I asked Miles to get a show $25 a month. He said no.
But I also joined a new international ministry as well, so I'll be spreading the word out internationally, and then also because
internationally mean out the country?
Yeah, out the country. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But
I mean, I had to make sure that it was what he said.
I don't know what international.
I mean, because
beyond the boundaries.
Right. Because we have him right here. I'm making it bigger.
Yeah,
it's bigger than what he said. I don't want anybody to pass that. You see how I just hint. Internationally,
Right.
that was me giving him.
And I appreciate it.
Right,
I appreciate it.
damn.
And then
That was a
also
fail.
too. And then also.
He was a fail because of him. It was him failing. It was failing because he failed. It was. Go ahead,
But anyway,
brother.
yeah. And then lastly,
was
because
bad.
I'm kind of late, as far as like any acting projects and stuff like that. As you know, the last one I did was A Few Good Men. So I'm ready to start getting back out here again. So to start
In the theaters or in the movies?
both. I'm ready to
Have you done the movie yet?
You should do narration.
Last year.
We
should do narration.
The question
You got
was
a narrator
to pass-
voice. You should do narration.
Do what?
Narration.
Yes, I can do narration.
Voiceovers, that's
Voiceover
what-
narration.
yeah.
Yes, I do all of that as well.
Okay.
What movie? I said, have you done a movie before?
Yeah, I've done like 3 movies last year. So,
What movies were?
but they
Because I
all
don't
be-
remember us talking about it.
oh, you don't remember talking about that?
Yeah, what movies? Right, what movies? You don't want to say what movie? I'm trying.
I did Vanessa Lynn's Fakers.
Thank you.
I was in Vanessa Lynn's Fakers.
This is how we
I was
propose.
in Calvin Ray's Listen to the Silence.
Thank you.
And The Letter, which is on Tubi.
Okay, see, thank you.
Right.
Gee, there's so much fight. There's so much fight against me, man. Aisha, what you got? What you got up?
Well, this weekend I actually started filming for a TV series with We Own It Production.
Congratulations.
We on it.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, we on it. What's the? Does it say what the name of the series?
They not said.
They don't wanna say yet?
They not said that. He thinking about changing it, so we're not saying it right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
we ain't gonna say we off it.
We own it.
We off it. We're gonna change it to we off it. I know that was corny. Okay. Speaking of corny, I got a joke. No.
Oh, Lord. But
Profile. I ain't doing shit. I'm just making money.
You got that shit right.
Okay. See,
Period.
I'm just gonna do it for you. I'll say it for you.
No, I'm about to get ready to take a new endeavor on this apprenticeship program. With
Where I make money.
got that right.
Right.
Exactly what it's gonna be about. And no, I ain't telling nobody what the name of it is. None of that shit.
Right. I was just like, you know it wasn't
I hate motherfuckers in my business like that. Yeah, shit. Don't be in my shit. That's how motherfuckers like come around the corner like, "What's up with your shit?" Like, no,
Okay.
nobody knows shit about me. That's why I like it.
Period.
Nobody fuck with me, and I don't fuck with them.
I just do the podcast.
Yep.
Because he's funny, right?
Look, hey, I'm dead serious. Look how many motherfuckers be in your business when they find out you making money. Everybody come around that you don't want around.
Facts.
So I'm
You know,
talking about
I'm sorry
family,
to cut
friends.
you off,
Oh, no,
but
you
so many
good.
people reached out to me talking, "Can you get me in the movie?" Motherfucker, I'm trying to make it. And damn, can I get a how you doing, bitch? Is you still
Exactly.
breathing? Like,
Don't nobody look out for you. Don't nobody look out for you until they want something.
And-
They want something done for them. And I hate that shit. Don't come to me because you see me stepping up on my shit.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck away from me. You want fucking with me then? Don't fuck with me now.
Hello? That part. That part.
I'm real with that shit.
That part.
I'm so real with that shit. People don't fuck with me at all.
KC, right. We landing. KC.
Be doing everything to make sure gunplay
And
premieres.
then that gunplay. Yeah, gunplay.
Let's go.
Then I want to shout out to my sponsors, respected everywhere.
You didn't see, right.
Stone Jungle Clothing,
Period.
Mo Weather with Mo Jackson. I want to shout out to my whole team. Martez Brooks, Cardiac Films,
For the sixth
Jen
time.
Ross.
Yeah. I know this spot.
You don't
right.
give, one thing don't give me is a microphone, but put my people on, okay?
You are there.
Shout out to Oscar Porter,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Mayor Ross and his assistant.
This week, on the 25th was my 24-year-old daughter's birthday.
Okay.
And then
Happy birthday.
on the 27th was my mama's birthday.
Yep.
And on the 29th was my 3-year-old's
Well,
birthday.
happy birthday to your
So,
family.
yeah, I had a hell of a
Who was on 27?
my mama's.
Oh, that's my daughter's birthday. She turned 20.
See, that's
Well,
what's
happy
up.
birthday.
See, that's why we there. We there. It's funny because like I got cousins. You know, somebody's birthday attached to everybody. You know, that's special. Yeah, it seems like isn't that funny how we be attached? If you got the same birthday and I got the same birthday, it's like
Numbers,
we feel like we
Numbers.
because they important.
No more.
Period.
But I guess that's the end of the show, Miles. That is the end of the show.
It's over with now.
That's just it.
That's
Podcast
just
show.